Today we are going to start with geometry, trigonometry. Now the students get scared because when they hear the word trigonometry, because they feel this is very much difficult chapter and ये उनकी बस की बात है ही नहीं, तो भाई ये skip कर दो. But this is very much easy chapter. We just need to learn some basic concepts of trigonometry and some basic formulas. So let's get started. Now first I'll show you what is the meaning of the trigonometry. So trigonometry. Now trigonometry, the tri means 3. Gono means sides, and your metry means measure. So basically it's a measure of 3 sides. For example, if I have given a triangle and I am labeling this as ABC, and this is a right angle triangle, so this is 90 degrees, so angle B is equals to 90 degrees. Now the side opposite to 90 degrees, that means AC. Now what is AC? AC is called as hypotenuse. So AC will be equal to hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means side opposite to 90 degrees. These are the basic concepts you should know. Don't need to mug up. You just need to understand. Now AC is the hypotenuse of triangle ABC. Now if for example this is a tower, this AB is a tower, and we are standing at the position C. So we'll make an angle here. The angle C. For angle C, what is AB? So AB is the opposite side for angle C. So here I'll write opposite side for angle C. Okay. AB is the opposite side for angle C. Now AC is the hypotenuse, AB is the opposite side for angle C. So what is BC? Now BC is C ka baju wala. Now baju wala is known as A, the adjacent side. So BC is the adjacent side because C is the point in BC. Now AB can't be the adjacent side because AB does not consist of C. So adjacent side means one of the vertex should be the point itself. So BC is the adjacent side for the angle C. So this is the adjacent side for angle C. Understood? So this is a basic concept you all must know, that for a right angle triangle, angle B is 90. So side opposite to 90 degree, that means AC in this part is the hypotenuse. BC for angle C, BC is the adjacent side because C is one of the point of BC. AB is the opposite side of angle C. Now what if I say that we again have a triangle, a right angle triangle ABC, and again B is 90 degrees. So what is the hypotenuse, what is the adjacent side, and what is the opposite side? Now here the angle is A, here the angle is A, here the angle was C. So this was the opposite side and this was the adjacent side with respect to C. But now here the angle is A. So what is the hypotenuse, what is the adjacent side, and what is the opposite side? I'll show you what it is. Now AC will be hypotenuse. Hypotenuse does not changes because with respect to the angles, whether it is C or A, because hypotenuse is basically the side opposite to 90 degrees. So AC is the hypotenuse. Now for angle A opposite side is BC. So therefore BC is the opposite side for angle A. Okay. And for angle A, what is the adjacent side? So AC is the hypotenuse, BC is the opposite side. So AB will be what? Adjacent side, because angle A ka baju wala side is AB. Got it? So AB will be equal to adjacent side. Understood this? So here we need to, at the end of this concept, we should know what is hypotenuse, what is opposite side, and what is the adjacent side with respect to the given angle. Okay, now let's come to the trigonometric ratios. So what is trigonometric ratios? Trigonometric ratios are, the three basic trigonometric ratios are sine theta, cos theta, and tan theta. Okay, these are the three basic trigonometric ratios, not all the trigonometric ratios, because we have more three, but those three are based on these three only. So now sine theta formula is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cos theta's formula is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. And tan theta is what? Sin theta upon cos theta. So what is tan theta in terms of opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse? Let's see. Now tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. So which is sin theta is what? Opposite upon hypotenuse. The opposite side upon hypotenuse. This is sin theta, the whole divided by. Now what is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So I'll write adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Understood? Now opposite side upon hypo. Now we will reciprocal this, so it will be multiplied by hypotenuse upon the adjacent side. So here the hypotenuse gets cancelled, and we'll get opposite side upon the adjacent side. So the tan theta is what? Tan theta is opposite side upon the adjacent side. Sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, and cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. These three also are the basic formulas you all should know. Okay, so if I am given a triangle, again the same triangle ABC I am taking, and B is 90 degrees, and I am given the angle C. So we already know that AC is the hypotenuse. For angle C, AB is the opposite side, and for angle C, BC is the adjacent side. Okay, so the sin theta will be what? Now sin theta is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So what is opposite side for angle C? It is AB. And what is hypotenuse? AC. So my sin theta will be equal to AB upon AC. Okay. Now cos theta. Cos theta is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is adjacent for angle C? It is BC. So it will be BC upon AC. Okay. Now tan theta. Tan theta is what? Opposite upon the adjacent side. So what is opposite? Opposite is AB. And what is adjacent? It is BC. So for this triangle, we have sin theta, cos theta, and tan theta. This. Okay. Now let's go to the next concept. What are the three basic identities? Now in trigonometry, we have only three identities. So firstly, before the identities, we should know all the trigonometric ratios. So we have learned what is sin theta, what is cos theta, and what is tan theta. Now more three are cosec theta, sec theta, and cot theta. Now what is the relation between sin cosec, cos sec, tan cot? So sin and cosec are related, cos and sec are related, and tan and cot are related. So sin theta is 1 upon cosec theta. We know that sin theta is equals to the opposite side upon hypotenuse. So what will be cosec theta? Cosec theta will be what? So cosec theta by this formula will be hypotenuse upon the edges upon the opposite side. Why? Because sine theta is 1 upon cosine. So 1 upon opposite side upon hypotenuse. So we will reciprocal and we will get hypotenuse upon opposite side. Understood? Now what is the relation between cos and sec? So cos theta is equals to again 1 upon sec theta. And what about tan theta? Tan theta is equals to 1 upon cot theta. Understood? Now cos theta is 1 upon sec theta, tan theta is 1 upon cot theta. So what is cos sec theta? So therefore sec theta will be what in terms of cos? It is 1 upon cos theta. And what is cot theta? It is 1 upon tan theta. So therefore now sec theta is equals to the hypotenuse upon the adjacent side. Why? Because cos is equals to adjacent upon hypotenuse. So sec theta will be equal to the 1 upon adjacent upon hypotenuse. So we will reciprocal and we will get sec theta is equals to hypotenuse upon adjacent. Similarly, cot theta will be equal to 1 upon tan, that is 1 upon opposite upon adjacent, and we will reciprocal and we will get adjacent upon the opposite. Understood this much? These are very basic formulas of trigonometry. You should all know them. Now we will come to the trigonometric identities. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. This is the first identity. Second identity is 1 plus tan square theta is equals to sec square theta. Third one is 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. These are the three basic identities. Now this is very easy to remember. Now sine and cos are basic, so they both are combined in one identity, like sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. This is very much easy. The student gets confused in these two. Why? Now one trick to remember this: cot starts with C, cosec starts with C. So these two will come in one identity, okay? And the rest two will go in another. So 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. Remember this, that the cot will start with C and cosec starts with C. So these two will come in one identity only. Okay, so the three basic identities are, repeat, sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. 1 plus tan square theta is equals to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equals to cosec square theta. This table is very easy to understand. We will learn only first row, that is only the sine theta row. Angles to remember here is 0 degree, 30, 45, 60, 90. This you should remember in a proper way, like in a proper sequence, that first it will be 0 degrees, then 30 degrees, then 45 degrees, then 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees. Okay, and here it will be sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. You should learn in a song, like sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Repeat, sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Okay, so here now sine theta, when we theta is what? Theta is the angle. So, and these are all the angles: 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. So when sine theta, when theta is 0, then sine 0 will be equal to 0. When theta is 30 degree, it will be half. When theta is 45 degree, then for sine 45 it is 1 by root 2. For 60 it is root 3 by 2, and for 90 it is 1. You should remember this. Now for cos what we will do? We will just reverse the order. Like 90 becomes 0, 60 becomes 30, 45 becomes 45, 30 becomes 90, and 0 becomes 90. So for 90 we'll write this. Then 60 will be what? 30 degrees. 45 will be 45 only. 30 will be equal to 60, and 0 will be equal to 90. So for sine we have 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. So for cos we will just reverse the order, like 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, half, and then 0. Got it? Now for tan. Tan, what it is? Tan is, we know that it is sine upon cos. So what is sine 0? Sine 0 is 0. What is cos 0? It is 1. So what is 0 upon 1? 0 upon 1 is always 0. You should remember that in the numerator, if it is 0, and in the denominator, be it any number like 1, 2, 100, 1000, 2000, it is always 0. So 0 upon 1 is 0. Now what is tan 30? Tan 30 is sine 30 upon cos 30. So it is half divided by root 3 by 2. So it is what? Half divided by root 3 by 2. So we will just reciprocal it, that is half divided by root 3 by 2, which is equals to half. We will reciprocal. If we change the sign of division to multiplication, then we need to reciprocal the sum. Reciprocal means ulta. So it will be 2 upon root 3. Now 2 gets cancelled because here it is multiplication. So we are left with 1 by root 3. So my sine 30 will become 1 by root 3. Then sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2, which is 1. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 divided by half. Again, by the same method, we will get root 3. Now, why this is not defined? Not defined means 1 upon 0. 1 upon 0 is infinity, and infinity we can't define it. You should remember this, that 0 upon 1 is always 0. 1 upon 0 is infinity, which is not defined. 1 upon 0 is infinity and 0 upon 1 is 0. So here 1 upon 0, so it is not defined. We can't write infinity, so we write not defined. Okay. Now cosec. Now we know that cosec is equals to 1 upon sine theta. So 1 upon 0 is, 1 upon 0 I have showed you. 1 upon 0 is how much? 1 upon 0 is infinity, and infinity is not defined. So here 1 upon, so it is not defined. Okay. Now 1 upon half is 2. 1 upon 1 by root 2 is root 2. 1 upon root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3. And 1 upon 1 will be equal to 1. Because cosec is 1 upon sine. Okay. Now next is sec is equals to 1 upon cos. Cos 0 is 1. So sec 0 will be 1 upon 1, which is 1. And then again the same. Now why this is not defined? Because cos 90 is 0. So what is 1 upon 0? 1 upon 0 is infinity. Infinity means not defined. So this is not defined. Understood? Now what is cot? Cot is 1 upon tan. So here tan 0 is what? 0. So again 1 upon 0 will be infinity, which is not defined. This is again the same. And then why this is 0? Because again tan theta is not defined. Tan 90 is not defined. So why it is 0? Now we know that 1 upon 0 is infinity. Okay. Now when we will cross multiply it, we will get 1 upon infinity is equals to 0. So here 1 upon not defined is 0. So this is the table of the trigonometric ratios. So we just need to remember what is the sine row, and then we will get whole table very easily.